This new year, why not let Audible expand your life by listening? Explore over 1 million audiobooks, podcasts, and exclusive Audible originals that'll inspire and motivate you. Tap into your well-being with advice and insight from leading professionals and experts on better health, relationships, career, finance, investing, and more. Maybe you want to kick a bad habit or start a good one. If you're interested in learning how to master your emotions and hearing scientifically backed advice for using your emotions as a tool, may I suggest Shift by psychologist and bestseller author Dr. Ethan Kross? Trust me, listening on Audible can help you reach the goals you set for yourself. Start listening today when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
CBS 2 Boise and IdahoNews.com presents Gem State, the trials of Chad and Lori Daybell. Listener discretion is advised. This episode covers subject matter that may not be suitable for all listeners. This is the case of Chad and Lori Daybell. You may remember hearing the names of Lori's children, JJ and Tylee, when they went missing back in 2019 and quickly became international news.
We're bringing you new updates from Idaho in the case of doomsday cult mom Lori Vallow Daybell.
New developments in the case of doomsday cult mom Lori Vallow and her husband Chad Daybell.
The timeline of the case against Lori Vallow is seriously shocking.
For months, investigators searched for the children. The community of Rexburg, Idaho, and beyond searched for the kids. Everyone, that is, except for Chad and Lori Daybell.
Why have you guys been in Hawaii for so long? Listen, just tell people what's happening. There's people around the country praying for your children, praying for you guys. Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
Chad and Lori were on a beach in Hawaii. The couple had just gotten married there just 2 weeks after Tammy Daybell died. Now, Tammy was Chad's wife of 29 years. Chad had told police she died peacefully in her sleep. Now, no autopsy was performed. Chad even rushing her memorial and funeral services so much that Tammy's friends and family weren't able to attend. Chad's not the only one with a dead spouse. Lori's estranged husband, Charles Vallow, he was shot and killed while trying to pick up JJ for school by Lori's brother, Alex Cox.
Right.
Yes.
You need
Yes.
police or paramedics?
Both. I'm in police and an ambulance.
What's the emergency there?
I got in a fight with my brother-in-law and I shot him in self-defense.
Alex and Lori both told investigators that it was in self-defense, despite Charles Vallow filing for divorce from Lori because he felt his life was in danger. He even called police more than once about Lori threatening his life and also saying he was possessed by dark spirits.
I can't get in touch with my kids.
How old are your kids?
6.5 and 16. Okay.
How long have you been trying?
2 days.
Okay.
But she's lost her mind.
Okay. So what makes her a danger to herself and to others?
She threatened me, murder me, kill me.
She threatened to murder you?
Yes. And she said,
how did she do that?
My bishop right there is in the car. He was on the phone with me today when she said, I will have you destroyed.
Shortly after, JJ was reported missing by out-of-state relatives. Lori's best friend, Melanie Gibb, called Chad and Lori, searching for answers. She recorded that call.
We're Idaho.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you a question, if you don't mind, Lori.
Yeah, of course.
I want to know, you remember we talked about JJ going to Kay's house, and you told me they went there, and now he's not there? I was wondering what happened.
Melanie Gibb gave that recording to police. 2 missing children, 2 dead spouses, and a couple hiding out in Hawaii, refusing to answer one simple question. Where is JJ and Tylee? I'm Sarah Jacobson, a reporter with CBS 2 Boise. This is Gem State, Episode 1, The Disappearance of JJ and Tylee. Lori Vallow lived in Gilbert, Arizona, with her husband Charles Vallow and her 2 children, Tylee Ryan and Joshua, known by friends as JJ. Chad and Lori met at a conference where Chad was speaking and selling his books. Now, Chad owned a small publishing company that catered to the Mormon community, publishing close to a dozen books. But Chad had some interesting beliefs that can only be found in the books he published that go far beyond the Latter-day Saints. Now, he believed that the end of the world was imminent and that he was a prophet chosen by God to lead the chosen few through the end of times. Chad even cited several cultural events and disasters that would mark the coming of the end times. Chad and Lori began a romantic relationship, despite both being married at the time. On the morning of July 11th, 2019, Charles Vallow, Lori's estranged husband, came to the rental she was living in with her children to pick up JJ for school. Now, upon entering the home, Alex Cox, Lori's brother, shot Charles twice. Tylee and JJ were home at the time, and according to statements given to police, Tylee witnessed the incident firsthand.
Explain, I'll probably kind of ask you questions as we go a little bit.
Okay. So I woke up probably around like 7:50, I want to say, because I heard yelling.
Police arrived on scene, declared Charles Vallow dead on arrival from 2 gunshot wounds to the chest. During this time, Lori took the kids and dropped JJ off at school, but she did return with Tylee. Then Lori, Alex, and Tylee told police it was in self-defense. Just after the shooting, 911 operators guided Alex through CPR.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is you're going to put one hand in the center of his chest.
Yeah.
The other hand's going to go right on top of it.
Okay.
You're going to interlock your fingers, keeping your arms straight, and you're going to press down hard and fast into his chest. You're going to go 2 inches down and fairly quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Police officers and paramedics arrived on scene, seeing Alex Cox sitting on a curb. Paramedics attempting CPR on Charles Vallow, but discovered blood pouring out of his wounds, indicating the first time CPR was performed. Shortly after Charles Vallow's death, Lori and her 2 children, JJ and Tylee, moved to Rexburg, Idaho, just 10 minutes from where Chad and Tammy lived. Lori and her kids moved into a townhome to begin their new lives in Idaho. Her brother, Alex Cox, moved into an apartment nearby. On September 8th, 2019, 16-year-old Tylee traveled to Yellowstone National Park with her brother JJ, her mother Lori, and her uncle, Alex Cox. This was the last time Tylee was seen alive. On September 23rd, 2019, 7-year-old Joshua JJ Vallow was last seen in Rexburg, Idaho. Lori sent an email to the school the next day informing them she'd be moving to California for a new job. Lori's best friend Melanie Gibb, she was in town visiting. She witnessed Alex Cox return that evening, carrying a sleeping JJ and taking him up to bed. This was the last known sighting of JJ. The next day, Lori would tell Melanie that JJ was with his uncle Alex all day. Just a few miles down the road on October 19th, 2019, Tammy Daybell died at her home in Idaho. Chad's wife of 29 years and the mother of his 5 children was a teacher and a librarian. A friend and coworker describing Tammy as the most amazing person ever. She said you only meet someone like that in a lifetime. No autopsy is performed, and Chad insisting she died peacefully in her sleep. Her death initially marked as natural causes. Chad had recently upped Tammy's life insurance policy to the maximum amount allowed. Friends and family even complaining publicly at the speed in which Chad handled her funeral. Now, just 3 days after Tammy's death, the memorial so quick, the casket wasn't even at the funeral. A friend of the Daybells that attended the funeral told East Idaho News that on the condition of anonymity, that it was really weird, he said, before the casket wasn't even there. He said it all came together really quickly and felt rushed, and that there were not a lot of people at the service. Just 2 weeks later, on November 5th, on a beach in Hawaii, Chad and Lori were married. Now, receipts from Lori's Amazon account show that Lori had bought her ring before Tammy was even dead. As part of their doomsday cult-like beliefs, Chad and Lori believed people's spirits would leave their body and enter this kind of purgatory, but the body would then be possessed by a dark spirit. Text messages between Chad and Lori show Chad describing that he believed his wife, Tammy, was possessed by a spirit he called Viola. On November 26, 2019, JJ's grandparents, Kay and Larry Woodcock, who live out of state, were the ones who reported JJ missing to police.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Larry Woodcock, my wife, Kay Woodcock, and we are here to speak about the two missing children, JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan. They have been missing now for approximately 2 months.
They had been trying unsuccessfully to reach him since September and got radio silence or changing stories on Lori's behalf. It wasn't adding up.
I have a tendency to get very emotional when I talk about the children. I get extremely emotional when I talk about JJ. JJ is my heart. And I'm hoping that this will allow one person to simply say, I know where he's at, and give us that information so that we can bring JJ and we can bring Tylee back if they're here. No matter where they're at in the United States, we're here to offer a $20,000 reward. These are beautiful young children. They're two extremely intelligent young children, and we want them back. We want them back in our family. If there is anything that Lori can come forth with and help us, please do it. She knows how much we love these kids, and we want only the best for them. That's it. It's that simple. Please give them back to us.
Melanie Gibb, who had grown deeply concerned about JJ's well-being, decided to secretly record a call between her, Lori, and Chad.
This is a recording on December 8th at 3:43 p.m. And I am calling Chad Daybell's phone number, and hopefully I will be talking to both of them, Chad and Lori. So here goes the phone call.
Hello, sweet Melanie.
Hi, Chad. Hey, Lori. How are you?
Hey, let me put on speaker.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We're enough with the phone. How are you guys?
We're okay. How are you doing, babe?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I was wondering, where are you guys?
We're just hanging out.
Hanging out? Are you in Idaho?
We're near Idaho.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask you a question, if you don't mind, Lori.
Yeah, of course.
I want to know, you remember we talked about JJ going to Kay's house, and you told me they went there, and now he's not there? I was wondering what happened.
Well, I had to move him somewhere else because of her actions. So
was she doing something? Like, was she trying to come get him or something, or like trying to kidnap him?
Well, she said that lots of times before, but
okay. When I asked Chad the other day, I was like, hey, where is JJ? And he said, for my security, he didn't want me to know. So is there a reason I should be in danger to know where he is?
No, it's nobody. It's his danger. It's the danger that there's people after me.
Okay.
We just felt that if you knew, that puts you in a danger.
Well, just in a bad position.
Bad position.
Everybody, if they don't know anything, then they don't have to say they know.
Right, so you're just worried. Okay.
I'm just to keep him protected and
keep you protected.
And keep everybody else good.
I appreciate that. Well, I was wondering why you told the police why he was with me.
I just needed to have somebody so I wouldn't have to tell them where he really was, because they were going to tell Kay where he is.
Oh, yeah. So do you think it's like your family, or, like your family, your dad, or, those people?
Family, well, not my whole family, but as you know, most of my family is working against me and with her, basically.
Yeah. Is JJ safe?
He is safe and happy.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Are you afraid of anything? Are you afraid to tell me that you're just afraid that that I could be in danger? If I knew, how could that hurt me? I don't understand how that could hurt me if I knew where he was.
Well, I'm just not telling anybody so that nobody has to say where he is or get questioned to where he is, so I can keep him as safe as possible.
Yeah. Okay, I hope that he's okay. I hope you guys are okay. I did have a question that I asked Al at one point, your brother, if I wanted to know, where he was, and he said I did not want to know, and that he could not be found. So what does that mean?
I don't know why he would say that, but it's the same story. I don't even want Al to know. I don't want anybody to know, so that nobody has to be worried about it. I mean, nobody has to be questioned about it, so he can be safe.
Yeah, so how long are you going to be away for? Are you ever going to be able to come out and come back to society again? Or are you going to keep, come back? What does that look like?
I will do whatever the Lord needs me to do every day, so we'll see.
I just wondered if I was ever going to see you again.
Absolutely, you will.
Okay, so maybe when they're done chasing you, you'll be able to come out again, or?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous thing for them to be working with Kay to find me. There's nothing that's gone on that's, you know what I'm saying? They're working with her in some dark capacity. The police are working with her in some dark capacity. There's no reason for them to be after me in the first place.
Melanie Gibb gave that recording to police, and what came next would become one of the most followed missing person cases in the country. News stations and media personalities from around the country quickly picking up the story.
We're bringing you new updates from Idaho in the case of Doomsday Cult mom, Lori Vallow Daybell.
New developments in the case of Doomsday Cult mom Lori Vallow and her husband Chad Daybell.
The timeline of the case against Lori Vallow is seriously shocking.
But while the world was looking for JJ and Tylee, the only two people who appeared not to were on a beach in Hawaii.
Why have you guys been in Hawaii for so long? Listen, just tell people what's happening. There's people around the country praying for your children, praying for you guys. Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
That's great. That's great that they're praying for you, praying for your kids. What? You have nothing to say? Did you do something to your children? Are your children still alive? That's a simple question. I've got 3 kids of my own. I can tell you every minute where my kids are at. Where are your children?
Chad and Lori briefly returned to Idaho after being married in Hawaii, but soon investigators came around asking questions about JJ and Tylee's whereabouts. The couple fled right back to the sandy beaches of Hawaii. Police discovering that no one had seen JJ or Tylee since September, after discovering Tylee had never been enrolled in BYU, and JJ was not with friends in Arizona for Thanksgiving, like Lori had said. Rexburg police issue their first press release on December 21st of 2019. They indicate they believe that JJ and Tylee are both in grave danger. They also believe that the disappearance of the two children is linked to Tammy Daybell. Investigators exhuming her body and an autopsy finally being performed. Her cause of death was then switched to suspicious. The search for JJ and Tylee intensifies over the coming weeks. National media attention only fueled by Chad and Lori being radio silent, refusing to tell anyone about where the kids are. And then suddenly, on December 12th, 2019, Alex Cox, Lori's brother, is found gasping for air in his bathroom by his stepson. He was rushed to the emergency room, then pronounced dead on arrival. Tammy Daybell, dead under suspicious circumstances. Alex Cox, Lori's brother, suddenly dies gasping for air in his own bathroom. And the two children, JJ and Tylee, have been missing for over 2 months at this point. And Chad and Lori aren't saying anything. Gem State, The Trials of Chad and Lori Daybell is written and produced by Ryan Oswald. I'm your host, Sarah Jacobson. Gem State is a production of CBS2 Boise, IdahoNews.com.